Okay.
because I just now implemented mindset. I was thinking like everybody else. Yo, I'm gonna teach you. You're gonna go make money. You're gonna be straight. But what's the difference between giving a child $1 million and a grown man $1 million whose mind is still undeveloped like a child and don't know what to do with $1 million?
Right.
What are you telling me?
Right.
What's the difference between me? Just because you got teeth don't mean I need to give you meat. I still need to give you baby food.
Right. So in order to grow, people might have a desire to grow and be a millionaire, for example. That's on the top of a lot of people's list.
Yes.
But you're saying we're not mature enough yet. We got to change mentally how we're looking at things and how we're approaching the situation. So we got to start thinking like you've been saying, like a CEO. We have to change how we see those situations before we can then get the education that will make us the $1 million.
Yes, you have to. How would you think otherwise? How would you think that going into a situation the same way you was before is going to improve the situation? I just explained that a person who says, I lost everything. I went back, I lost everything again. I lost everything again. How did they change to finally not lose everything again? They did something different. They changed something.
Right.
See, they wasn't doing the wrong, they wasn't on the wrong path to greatness to get wealth. They didn't have the knowledge to succeed on that path.
Yeah.
That's all. But to see the illusion is with what's going on with, especially with COVID. Take this course, do this. Everybody's sitting home and we all getting this knowledge and everybody's getting money. Everybody's being enamored by the person with the car, all this. No, you have to understand this is bigger than that. All right. So yeah, continue.
I got a question for you. So would you bringing up being enamored with the cars and the shiny stuff, right? The doodads. And a lot of people right now are talking about it's a big push for entrepreneurship. It's a big push to be your own boss and all of this other stuff. And while that's great, you have a different philosophy. And I completely agree with it. And that's being an employed millionaire. Right.
Yes.
Nobody's talking about that because everybody wants to, be their own boss, like I was saying, and just, kind of get rich quick or see what they're seeing on social media.
Right. Well, here's the problem. We tend to mimic what we see.
Okay.
Like that's just how it is. It's subliminal seduction. It's the things where you hear the songs and you be like, damn, I'm singing a song. We're being distracted and we're being seduced with these things, which is cool because it's marketing. That's what happens, right? But the key is, are you allowing yourself to be subliminally seduced? Are you allowing these things? Because if you don't have direction, no one can give you direction. I tell people a mentor is not there to spark your fire. He's there to put gasoline on your fire. People want me to mentor them. I'm like, I can't make you fire. You gotta make your own little flame and then go, you know what? Now I need Storm to come throw gasoline on this. That's what I can do. I'm not here to try to give you direction and rub your sticks together and have you go, come on, don't you see your freedom? Don't you see your time? No. That's not how it works.
So if somebody, for your mentees, do you have requirements or a set of guidelines for them in order for you to provide your time and your mentorship and coaching for them?
Like this is my first mentor classes I'm doing, mentoring classes. Like I didn't want to teach people because I was always, I'm good with giving my knowledge away and doing like just talking to people and doing the lives and just doing all that. Mm-hmm. But I realized that I couldn't keep doing it that way. I realized that people want to be entertained more than educated.
Okay.
People want, and I always say when I get on my lives, I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to educate you. We're here right now.
Wait, say that again. So you're not here.
I'm not here to entertain you. I'm here to educate you.
To educate. Okay.
Like right now, you got me on my real estate, out of state, but guess what? I'm educating. Right now, we've had a 25% conversation about real estate. And I've been preparing people how to adjust their mindset to change their life.
Yeah. Yeah.
I came into this game knowing my real estate was a distraction for people so I could teach you how to leave legacy wealth, how to create a trust, how to do all that other stuff. But I couldn't just tell you, yo, man, you should get a trust. I had to tell you about real estate. I had to tell you I buy properties, I don't see them. I had to tell you, yo, 3 months LLCs. Yo, I know how to do, I do the LLC structure where I do this, that. Be like, word, you do, yo, how? And now you going crazy, going words. And I said, yeah, wait, that's not all of it though. The LLCs, now, once you got your office, your home office, you could do this, that, and the third, and you could get those taxes off. Word, I could do that. Yeah. Then what you do is you take your house, take it out your name, put it in the trust, and now you can be the property manager house. Word, I could be the property manager. Yeah, but hold on though. It gets more than that. But after you do that,
hold on, now, I didn't even catch you.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
People, now I take you on this journey.
Okay.
And people go, yo, this dude distracted me with real estate and really taught me the value of creating legacy wealth for my next 10 generations.
10 generations.
Easy. I tell you guys know about me. I talk about the Rockefellers Trust, something I read in detail from 1934. And how could that benefit my people? And I gave people to play on how to do that. You know, the Rockefellers Trust from 1934 is structured in where his trust would pay out only a portion of his money, but the rest of the money would stay in a fund, a brokerage account, paying out every generation only a certain amount. For example, just to give you an example, let's say you have $1 million worth of assets in your real estate.
Okay.
One thing you must never ever do is never assume your children want to be landlords. It's the biggest mistake you can make in real estate. I have someone I know that was a real estate investor, passed away. His daughters sold all of his properties for pennies on a dollar. They didn't want to be landlords. $300,000 property. Yeah.
So they get left the property, but then the heirs of that property don't want to manage it, don't want to take care of it.
Yeah. Don't need a will, no trust. Just your kids die. Now they have your properties.
Mm-hmm.
You assume your kids want to be landlords.
Right.
So now your kids go, we want to sell the properties. $300,000 property, $150,000. What? We'll take it. $500,000 property, $300,000. They was selling off all his properties for pennies on the dollar because they didn't want to be landlords.
Yeah.
So now, instead of doing something like that, what my thing is, we're teaching people, especially investors, have your properties set up where when you pass away, all your properties get sold. Take the money, place that money in a trust. We need to not have a will ever. You need to have a living trust. A will goes in probate court, gets contested. Anyone could jump in and cause a problem with your will. For example, James Brown's ex-wife, came to court and said they were still married. It took them 14 years to 14 years to free up that money and give his family that money after 14 years, while the probate court continuously got paid.
Okay.
A living trust, that will never happen. Never happen. So now you got your living trust. You say, okay, I got $1 million worth of assets. I want my family to get $500,000. Give them $500,000, set them up with the house. They good. There's no reason to leave $1 million to your family and thinking it's going to go down create generational wealth. Just a misconception. What you do is you create the system. Now the other $500,000 goes into your brokerage account. It goes into an SP account, making 6% every year, and you're going to give that to your grandkids when they turn 21.
Okay.
Yep. So this account, compound interest, $500,000, 6%. You're not going to give it to them until they turn 21. You don't want to give your grandkids money when they're 13, 15,
right.
8. $500,000 compound interest for 21 years is $2.6 million for your grandkids.
Wow. So the 500,000 turns into 2.6 million
after 21 years.
By it staying invested, but inside the umbrella of the trust.
Inside an account, an investment account that's owned by the trust.
Okay.
Right? So
Yeah.
you take a calculator called compound interest. We know what compound interest
Oh,
is.
absolutely. Yep. Yep.
Compounded 2.6 million. Your
Okay.
grandkids get your grandchild 21. Half of that money goes to your grandchildren. Now you're leaving 1.3 million for your great grandkids. Half of the 2.6,
Yeah.
they get 1.3. The 1.3 stays in for your great grandchildren. You just gave your grandkids 1.3 million. Another 21 years turns into $6 million for your great grandkids. Now your great grandkids only get half, 3 million
Okay.
to divide. The other 3 million stays in for your great grandkids. 3 million turns into $12 million.
Mm.
You see, now this is the
Yeah.
Rockefeller structure of a trust, and I'm telling you how to do this with $500,000. And I tell people, if you don't have assets, get yourself a $500,000 life insurance policy.
Okay.
You do this with a life insurance policy. But we're being taught real estate, selfish wealth, this is that. Yeah, and people say, yo, you buy a house, you create generational wealth. No, you're not.
Right.
You buy one house, you
Yeah.
ain't creating generational wealth. Generational wealth is a structure that needs to be designed with paperwork. You bought a house, good, great.
Wait,
Generational wealth.
I gotta stop before that goes over everybody's head, because it almost went over mine. Generational wealth is the paperwork.
Yes. Not
So
the house.
not the house.
Paperwork.
Paperwork.
You feel me?
Yeah,
So
I
once
got
you
you.
got that in order, now you're doing something. So when people say, yo, that's cool, they telling you, yeah, they giving you some helpful advice, but real estate is the gateway to a legacy. There's steps that need to be taken. So I knew all this in my brain, and I'm like, how can I do this? How can I get people to that point? I always had the plan of what I'm doing. This ASK wasn't by fluke. This ASK always seek knowledge. Always continue. Don't get real estate and get comfortable and go, yo, I'm good. I got houses. I'm good. Now you driving, you got your house, you looking at your kids saying my kids going to be straight. But what about your grandkids? What about your great grandkids? What about your great great grandkids? You think that you're expecting them to leave wealth for them? All you doing is leaving wealth for them. Now you hoping they leave wealth for them. Why don't you eliminate the question mark out of the equation and make it an exclamation point?
Make sure it happens. Be proactive.
Legacy wealth is in the paperwork.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So now that I'm teaching people this system, and now I did that show Inside the Vault with Ash Cash, and I'm at 110,000 views in like 7 days.
Man.
I broke a record over there. You know why? Because people didn't come on that show on no platform and talk like me. And Ash, who's a great interviewer, pulls the right information. That showed me people want to hear what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I got my DMs, messages, people going, you changing my life. I've never heard this. I always wondered, how can, like, bro, I can't even tell you every day. I have over 100-something messages. I just can't keep track. I just can't. And I tell people, I want to talk to you, but here's a website. Email, like click here. People want mentor me. I can't mentor you if you don't want to do the work.
Yeah.
You wanted me to mentor you, go learn my courses so I can mentor you. If you don't go learn the courses, then I'm teaching you. There's a difference from being someone's teacher and someone's mentor. Teacher takes you from nothing to something. I can't do that. I got to take you from something to greatness. That's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to start the fire. I'm here to put gasoline on the fire.
Yeah.
Let me know when you're ready to talk about real estate. You see where we at now?
Yeah.
And everybody's gonna be overwhelmed going, damn.
But look,
we ain't even there.
But look, this is powerful and very impactful. You know, I don't want to get too much, into my family, but we didn't grow up with a whole lot. And so, my great grandfather worked for the railroad, and he acquired some properties. All those properties were lost because he didn't teach anybody how to, pass those down, how to keep that. And it was even my own belief and understanding that if I got a house, it's going to the kids. You've changed my entire framework.
Why do we see all these wealthy people, wealthy families, Rockefellers, Rothschilds, all these, like these Fendis, like these are last names, Louis Vuitton, all these rich families. Why do you think For some, like, why do you think we can't do it? Like, why don't we turn around and go, okay, what did they do? Like, what was the blueprint? What is the
Mm,
structure for wealth? What is the structure for handing down wealth? And people say, well, they had money. No, not all billionaires and trillionaires have money.
yeah.
No, they started from nothing. Jeff Bezos started from his garage and a
Yeah.
job.
Yeah.
Bill Gates. What's our excuse? What's your excuse? You want to be what? You want to be good, great, or well off. When
Good,
somebody
great,
says,
or well off.
yo, how's things going, man? Your job, how's everything going? Yo, man, I'm good. I'm doing good. Yo, how's the family, man? How's everything working out? We doing great over here, man. We doing great. But what about when you hear, how that family, how's that family wealth? How's that success? Yo, they well off.
Mm-hmm.
That's different. Being well off. Do you want to be well off? You want to be good, great, or well off? Where's your family at? When you think you can't be well off? You got to take the steps. So everything I'm talking about and influencing people with my real estate out of state, it's a market that's affordable. You forget it to get in to buy properties to start acquiring them. And I tell people, partnering is the most strategic thing you could ever do in real estate.
All right. So partnering. What do you mean by partnering?
When you see people invest in real estate,
Yeah.
whether it's big units, multi-units, that's not one person. That's a partnership of people buying these $1 million, $3, $4, $5 million, big projects, developments. It's not one person.
Okay.
These people have the money to do a $5 million project by themselves. But you know what? Why am I gonna do a $5 million project by myself when I could use 1 million there and go do 4 more projects with those $1 million each time? Greater cash flow and greater tax implications. You writing off one property. But if you were to say, yo, I got $100,000, I want to buy this house. But what if you took that 100,000 and bought 4 houses? What would your tax look like?
How would you take the 100,000 and buy 4 instead of buying the 1?
You buy easy. You find a property that only requires 20% down payment. $100,000 $100,000 would buy you a $500,000 house. 20% down.
Gotcha.
$100,000, 20% down of a $500,000 house is $20,000. 20%, 10% of $500,000 is $50. 10% of a $500,000 is $50,000.
Yep.
20% is $100,000. Your $100,000 went to buy you a $500,000 house.
Yeah.
What if you were to go buy you a $100,000 house with a $20,000 down payment? You could buy 5 of those.
5.
Now you're getting 5 cash flows. And now when you do your taxes, you're writing off 5 properties. People don't value what taxes do, but we upset when the rich do it. What makes you think you can't do it on a smaller scale? I make anywhere from $10,000 to $17,000 a year for taxes. I don't pay taxes. Taxes pay me.
Okay. Got it.
Real.
Yeah.
You know why? Because I'm writing off all these expenses.
Yeah.
I'm understanding that I can write off. When you have a home office in New York, you write off 30% of your mortgage, light, gas, heating, your car. You're writing off depreciation. You're writing off cell phone. How many investors are writing off this stuff? Very few.
Yeah.
Because you know why? We don't educate each other on the tax. We go, I pay a little bit of taxes. Ain't much. Why are you paying taxes when housing and jobs are the 2 most beneficial things the government put in place to benefit you because you're helping the economy stay rolling? You gave someone a job. You wonder why big businesses will never pay taxes, raise taxes, no matter how many times they talk about it for years, because they pay people a salary who pay taxes, mortgages, rents, groceries, leases, car payments. That's why it'll never go up. You ain't raising Amazon taxes because Amazon paying all those people who are paying greater taxes.
Yeah.
You want to jeopardize that company leaving the United States? You make more money off of the employees' taxes than the company taxes. Think like a CEO, not like a landlord. Take back your time. Know how to manage your properties without ever having to see them. Delegate duties. Manage your way out of employment into ownership. This is way bigger than the conversation of real estate.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You see?
Yeah.
So now when people see my interview on that show, they go, I thought he was going to get on here and talk about out-of-state real estate. I thought he was, and then when I break all this down, they like, yo,
Change the conversation. Yep.
they look and go, he different. But you know how many people wanted me not to have this conversation? Yo, don't tell people about LLCs because you're putting yourself in a liable situation. Don't tell people about living trust. You holding yourself liable. I'm like, y'all sound retarded. Y'all sound just as stupid as a mother. How you telling me not to educate my people? If I tell you about a living trust, what you gonna go home and make your own living trust? No, you're gonna need an attorney.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna go get an attorney and tell him, he gonna go, oh wow, who told you about that system? Or your attorney gonna need to step his game up now. They don't expect us who look like us to come in here talking like this.
But the thing is, now the people know it exists, and now they can go do their own research. They can ask, you know, and have the right questions so they can get to the right answers and right solutions.
Oh, yeah.
But they don't know it exists. They don't know that option's even out there.
There you go. I tell people I didn't come here to be right. I came here to make you think. I know I'm right. I paid a lot of money to be right. I pay great attorneys. I pay good accountants.
Yeah.
And all the money I tell people, my living trust cost me over $20,000 to create and build because I have a lot of properties. It costs for funding.
Okay.
But I give people that information all day. So when people look at me, like on my timeline, you see accountants, lawyers, everybody going, yo, this dude nobody talking about, y'all.
Yeah.
This dude nobody talking about. Yeah, because I paid people to know this, and I absorb knowledge well, especially when it's making me money. So now I'm like, I can't be doing this for myself and not educate my people. So now that I'm giving that knowledge out, educating my people, now other people are going, damn, Storm just stepped the game up a whole nother level on us. Damn, this dude went over here, did 100-some thousand views consistently.
Yeah.
Consistently. And now when I come to talk about real estate, they're gonna be like, yo, my man, what else you talking about? Now it's people want to talk like me, which I'm fine.
Yep.
But guess what? You got to go get educated to have this conversation. You could go mimic what I say. Cool. But people know Jay-Z when they hear Jay-Z.
They know.
You know Hov.
Yeah.
You know Big when you hear him. You know Pac.
Absolutely.
You know Drake. Like you be like, hey, that's Drake ball. I heard Drake say that.
Yeah.
So it's
only
all
the
good.
truth sounds like truth.
You know what I'm saying, bro? I know I took you all off track.
No, not at all. I'm blown away. And something else I just want to make sure that people know, I've encountered you several times, come across you, and you are a real brother. And so if you've changed so many definitions today, if we could change one more definition, it'd be the definition of real. A lot of people, you know, they look at a real brother as one on the block, you know, one that'll shoot something up. You know, a real brother is somebody like you, giving genuine knowledge, sacrificing their self, you know, sacrificing their time and pouring into other people, man. And I appreciate everything you're doing.
Appreciate it, man. I appreciate that, man. All day, man. I'm trying, man. This is what I'm here to do.
Yeah. Well, thank you a whole bunch. I know you taught class today. I know running your businesses and being a CEO is a whole lot. So I definitely appreciate your time. But I just want to remind everybody out there, if you can dream it, you can achieve it. Until next time on Success Leads Crews
you gotta
podcast.
let me tune out the right way. I never sign off without my tag. You gotta let me sign out right.
Oh, go ahead. Absolutely. Give me some.
It's been an honor and a pleasure to be here with you guys. And you could have been anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with me. ASK, always seek knowledge. Peace.
See you later.